Mick Jagger's love life exposed. Supermodels, affairs, and rock and roll madness. Mick Jagger. The king of rock, the emperor of romance, the ultimate love machine. From the moment he swaggered onto the stage, under that iconic Rolling Stones tongue, the world knew. This wasn't just a man, this was a force of nature. He didn't just sing about sex, love, and temptation. He lived it. From I Can't Get No Satisfaction to Let's Spend the Night Together. Mick Jagger's lyrics weren't just songs, they were seductions. Supermodels, heiresses, rock goddesses, and even royalty. No heart was safe from his luscious lips. Get ready for a ride through the scandal-soaked, passion-fueled, history-making love life of rock and roll's greatest seducer. Buckle up, because this story is steamier than a Stones encore. Chrissy Shrimpton, a British model, was Jagger's first serious girlfriend. Their relationship coincided with the Rolling Stones' rise to fame, and Chrissy played a role in supporting Mick during these early years. However, their relationship became strained due to Jagger's growing fame and his increasing attention to other women. Some reports suggest that Shrimpton suffered emotionally during their relationship, feeling neglected as Jagger's rock star lifestyle took over. Their breakup was turbulent, with Shrimpton later revealing that she struggled with depression as a result. One of the most famous relationships in rock history, Faithfull was a British singer, actress, and songwriter who became Jagger's muse. She co-wrote Sister Morphine, a song that appeared on the Rolling Stones' Sticky Fingers album. Their relationship was passionate but destructive, heavily marked by drug use. The couple was famously involved in the 1967 police raid on Keith Richards' Redlands estate, where Faithfull was found, wrapped in a fur rug, an incident that fueled scandalous rumours. Ultimately, their love story unravelled due to drug abuse and personal struggles, with Faithfull later describing her time with Jagger as both exhilarating and deeply painful. Marsha Hunt, an African-American actress, model, and singer, had a brief but significant affair with Jagger. Their relationship was kept largely secret at the time, as interracial relationships were still controversial in Britain. Despite its brevity, their connection had a lasting impact. Hunt gave birth to Jagger's first child, Karis Jagger, in 1970. Initially, Jagger denied paternity, but he later acknowledged Karis as his daughter. Though their romance was short-lived, Hunt later claimed that Mick's song Brown Sugar was inspired by her. Bianca Perez Mora Matias, a Nicaraguan socialite, became Jagger's first and only wife. The couple married in 1971 in a lavish ceremony in Saint-Tropez, with many high-profile guests in attendance. Soon after, Bianca gave birth to their daughter, Jade Jagger. Their marriage was glamorous but turbulent, with Bianca growing increasingly frustrated with Jagger's infidelities. By 1978, their relationship had deteriorated, and Bianca filed for divorce, famously stating, "My marriage ended on my wedding day." After their split, Bianca became a well-known activist, advocating for human rights and environmental causes. Jerry Hall, an American supermodel and actress, was Jagger's longest and most publicized romantic partner. They began dating while Jagger was still married to Bianca, and their relationship became the subject of tabloid headlines. The couple had 4 children together: Elizabeth, James, Georgia May, and Gabriel Jagger. Though they held an informal wedding ceremony in Bali in 1990, it was later ruled legally invalid. Hall put up with Jagger's infidelities for years, but their relationship finally ended in 1999 after it was revealed that Brazilian model Luciana Gimenez was pregnant with Jagger's child. Hall later married media mogul Rupert Murdoch in 2016, but divorced him in 2022. During the early 1990s, while still with Jerry Hall, Jagger had an affair with Italian-French model and singer Carla Bruni. Bruni was a rising star in the modelling world, and later became the First Lady of France when she married then-President Nicolas Sarkozy. It's been reported that Jagger was infatuated with Bruni, often pursuing her with extravagant gifts and attention. Their relationship was a poorly kept secret, and Hall was said to be furious when she discovered Jagger's involvement with Bruni. However, Bruni ultimately moved on, leaving Jagger heartbroken. Brazilian model and TV host Luciana Gimenez was the woman who ultimately led to Jagger's split from Jerry Hall. Their brief affair resulted in the birth of Jagger's son, Lucas Maurice Murad Jagger, in 1999. The revelation of the affair shocked the public and devastated Hall, who ended her relationship with Jagger shortly after. While their romance was fleeting, Gimenez remained on good terms with Jagger, and he has been actively involved in Lucas's life. Loren Scott, an American fashion designer and stylist, was one of the most significant relationships of Jagger's later life. They were together for over a decade, with Scott playing a major role in Mick's personal and public life. Unlike many of his past relationships, which were highly publicised, Jagger and Scott maintained a relatively private partnership. Tragically, Scott died by suicide in 2014, leaving Jagger devastated. In her memory, he established a scholarship at the Central St Martin's Fashion School in London. After the death of Loren Scott, Jagger found love again with Melanie Hamrick, an American ballet dancer. Their relationship began quietly, but became more public after Hamrick became pregnant with Jagger's 8th child. In 2016, she gave birth to their son, Devereux Octavian Basil Jagger. Despite their significant age difference, Hamrick is more than 40 years younger than Jagger. The couple remains together, and she continues to pursue her career in dance while co-parenting their child. Mick Jagger's love life has always been a headline-grabbing spectacle, but did his romantic entanglements and scandals ever threaten the very fabric of the Rolling Stones? The answer is a resounding yes and no. On one hand, his reckless affairs, betrayals, and tabloid-worthy drama nearly tore the band apart more than once. His arrest during the 1967 Redlands drug bust, a scandal fueled by his relationship with Marianne Faithfull, put him behind bars and threatened to end the band in its prime. The band's internal chemistry also suffered as Jagger became more involved in high-profile relationships that took his focus off music. Keith Richards, the band's co-founder and creative partner, resented Jerry Hall's influence, believing she had softened Mick and made him less committed to the band. This tension between Jagger and Richards escalated into decades of feuding, with Richards even mocking Jagger's love life in his autobiography. Then came the ultimate betrayal, Jagger's public humiliation of Jerry Hall by fathering a child with Brazilian model Luciana Gimenez in 1999. This high-profile affair shattered what remained of their relationship, making global headlines and turning Jagger into a punchline for infidelity. But even this personal crisis wasn't just his own. It spilled over into the band, leading to public spats, lost collaborations, and a deepening rift with Richards that would take years to heal. And yet, despite all the chaos, the heartbreak, and the scandal, Mick Jagger's rock star excess fueled the Rolling Stones legend rather than destroying it. If anything, his womanizing, his affairs, and his tabloid drama became part of the mythos that turned the Stones into the bad boys of rock. While the Beatles were the clean-cut golden boys, the Rolling Stones were dangerous, unpredictable, and soaked in sin, an image that Jagger's personal life helped cultivate. Some of the Rolling Stones' most iconic songs were directly inspired by Jagger's love life. Brown Sugar was heavily rumoured to be about Marsha Hunt, the mother of his first child. Miss You captured the pain of his rocky relationship with Jerry Hall. Even Keith Richards admitted that Mick's string of affairs provided endless material for their music, fueling songs about desire, seduction, and betrayal. Perhaps the most tragic moment of all came in 2014, when Loren Scott, Jagger's long-term partner, died by suicide. The Rolling Stones were forced to cancel an entire leg of their tour as Jagger struggled with grief, a rare moment where his personal life directly halted the band's momentum. It was proof that, despite his legendary detachment, some losses cut even Mick Jagger to the core. So, did Jagger's love life damage the band? The answer is complex. It created internal feuds, scandals, and distractions, but it also built his mystique, shaped their music, and kept the Rolling Stones eternally relevant. Mick Jagger's relationships weren't just love affairs. They were headlines, controversies, and defining moments in rock history. His passion, recklessness, and insatiable hunger for love and excess didn't just impact the Rolling Stones. They became part of what made them legendary. And there you have it, the legendary, scandalous, mind-blowing love life of Mick Jagger. From Supermodels to royalty, from secret affairs to public heartbreaks, he's lived the kind of rock star romance most people wouldn't believe even in their wildest dreams. But here's the real question: is Mick Jagger done? Or does the world's greatest seducer still have a few surprises left? One thing's for sure, as long as there's rock and roll, there will always be Mick Jagger. Drop a comment below. Who do you think was his most iconic love? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell, because the next rockstar romance we expose might be even wilder. Mic drop. Want even more impact? Let's tweak